To make a name artwork inspired by artist Paul Klee, I'll need a paper that has been folded in half, hot dog style, meaning the long sides got folded together. Then I will unfold it and start with a pencil. One of the things that Paul Klee does in his artwork is he hides letters. But to hide the letters, they have to be the same height as this line. I'm going to start by tracing the line that I folded so I can see it better. So I'm just trying to draw on top. It's okay if it's not perfect. Then I'm going to start with my first name. And I want the letter to go from the very top to the bottom. If your letter has a straight line, like the letter L, it'll just connect. And then I'll add the bottom part of the L. The next letter in my name is the letter A. I want to use a capital letter because I think those are easier to make touch the top and the bottom. After the letter A is the letter U. Does this letter U touch the top and the bottom yet? No. How can I fix it? I can make this part taller and really make sure that this part touches. And I can fix it if I need to. Then in my name, I have a letter R. You might have different letters, but I'll have an example alphabet that reaches the top and bottom of a line like this, so you can see. If you have a long name, you might need to make your letters a little bit squished to fit them all, or if they don't fit, that is okay too. In this next line, in the bottom, I'm going to do my last name. If you don't know your last name, you can just do your first name again, repeated style. You can even choose, if you want, to rotate your paper and write your last name upside down to make it more hidden. I'm just going to do it the way I started, like this. My last name has 5 letters also. Again, I'm going from the top to the bottom. Let's say I added a lowercase letter down here. Does that letter touch the top and the bottom? No. So if I'm able to, I want to erase it and make a capital letter. A capital letter E would look like this. So if it has a part that's flat, it would just touch the very top and the very bottom. Next thing I want to do is find a marker and very carefully trace. When I'm using the marker, I want to be slow and careful so I can do my best job. If I'm rushing, I might not be going as slowly as I need to. So instead, I want to make sure I'm being slow. And when I get close to the edge of the paper, I should slow down even more so I don't go onto the table. Once you're done tracing all of the parts of your name, you'll listen for further directions from the teacher. Even if you think you're done, it can be good to double check. Did you make sure you got all of your letters right up until the edge of the paper? My U needs to be a little taller. So does my R. And I forgot a line in my R. Another part that I've seen a lot of students forget is tracing this fold line. We do want to trace the fold line because it's going to help us end up with lots of closed shapes that we'll use in a future week of this project. After you have your whole name traced and you've double checked to make sure all of the Sharpie lines are where they should be, if there's extra time, you might be able to find an eraser and erase little spots that didn't get covered up, just to make it even neater. Then we'll pay attention to the directions from Ms. Beyerle so we can put away our art supplies.